Cardano ERC20 token converter is so very close. All the while, everyone across the crypto space trying to figure out, where are we in this current bull cycle? At what stage are we at? Are we at the end? In this video, I want to break down my thoughts on that and break down my thoughts on the future of Cardano price. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. I really do genuinely appreciate your support as we grow this channel. Let's jump into this. This is the Cardano Weekly. We're gonna pivot over here in a little bit, but it's not going to be this is a little different video. It's not going to be your typical, technical analysis. I share the data. We look at the targets, the resistance, the support. We'll do that a little bit, but I want to have kind of like a more, I just want to talk. I just want to have a candid conversation with you for a second. I have so many thoughts behind the charts, right? So many things going on through my mind, and they're rooted kind of just in my own entrepreneurial journey. A lot of my thoughts on these crypto bull markets, Cardano price, the Cardano project, and I want to talk about that. And I just foundationally want to just start here. I mentioned this in the opening. Cardano ERC20 converter nears testnet phase. This is one thing. This is one epic thing in the Cardano ecosystem, right? This ERC20 converter going to solve massive problems. I tweeted earlier, Cardano will bring mass DeFi adoption to crypto via scalability, interoperability, and affordability. It's so big. And I was retweeting this tweet, and this was just such a good, it's like a 7-minute clip to really get an idea of that transition, right? Of what the converter, the ERC20 converter will do to the crypto space. There's this article that I just showed you about the ERC20 converter. And this is a quote. It says, once deployed, users of supported Ethereum tokens will be able to bring them over from Ethereum's congested network and take advantage of Cardano's transaction capacity, lower fees while enjoying enhanced security, reduced costs, and interoperability. This is crazy data. Data from DApp Radar puts the adjusted total value locked in the Ethereum decentralized finance market at over 68.5 billion. 68.5 billion in the DeFi market locked in Ethereum, this congested network. Just a year ago, it was just over 700 million. The growth of that is incredible, number one, but how much bigger could that get if there weren't scalability issues, if there weren't ridiculous fees, the security of it all? And the thing is, my whole point here, Cardano is solving this. Cardano is literally solving this. And ERC20 tokens will be able to migrate directly onto Cardano blockchain at a few clicks of a button. And that is so powerful. And that is one reason amongst many why I'm so bullish on Cardano. And I'm saying all of that, right? I know we're interested in price, but that's why I'm saying all of that. Because sometimes, even when I'm zoomed out on this weekly chart, I don't zoom out enough. I don't take the mindset and the concepts of even just startups and the growth of companies, and I don't apply it enough in my own mind. I don't think long-term enough. And that's coming from me, who's always starting my videos out zoomed out on the long-term charts, right? This is the weekly. This is going back to the last bull market high. We know that. But the growth potential of Cardano is so long-term strong. It's in my opinion, one of the most bullish cryptocurrencies. Cardano, a 6x to get to where Ethereum is right now, as it's getting ready to launch this ERC20 converter, as it has the best consensus algorithm, the staking mechanism that so many of you are kind of growing alongside with me in, right? So that is that. Now let's go back to the charts. And this is where I really wanted to speak very candidly to you. We're talking about cycles, right? We're talking about, where are we in this bull cycle? A lot of people wondering, is this the top? For Cardano, we can go look at a Bitcoin chart. Was this the top? Right here, all up in here. What's going on? We just broke through the 20-week moving average. And I want to say this. There's a potential that it's a top, everyone. You have to accept that. As bullish as I am for Cardano, there's a potential we retrace, and we retrace big time. And putting that aside, there's the potential that traditional markets, for some reason, just collapse. And the likelihood that crypto will collapse with it is very strong. It's very high. We can't ride this parabolic rocket to all-time highs month after month after month and just enjoy that with no concern or with no preparedness of downside. That's extremely foolish. And I want to go back to this weekly chart on Cardano, and I just want to say this. If we zoom out on the weekly chart, right? Think about the potential for Cardano. In my mind, in my mind, I know, I feel like I know, and I shouldn't say I know because I don't know anything. But in my mind, I strongly believe Cardano is going to completely transform the crypto space with its blockchain. It's going to completely transform and solve the issues that Ethereum is seeing right now. Projects are going to be coming on. The growth potential for Cardano right now at like a $64 billion market cap is so strong. So this price point, if it were to catch up to Ethereum, all the way up here, $12, $13, so strong. And I truly just think Cardano will make its way there, right? And I actually do think it very well could happen in this bull market. It could be a journey to get there, and it could be a very volatile, likely would be a very volatile journey. But what if, and I just want to propose, like, this is really why I wanted to do this video, and I hope you're all still listening because I feel like I'm rambling, but what if it took longer than this bull cycle to get to that area? Even though I think there's a strong potential and likelihood that we can. I'm not saying we can't, but my mind tends to think this way. When I started as an entrepreneur in like 2008, in that time frame of starting for years, I failed over and over again. And so I think what it did to me in my mind as I'm growing anything, as I'm investing anything, and part of that failure was buying the top in real estate, by the way. I got so wrecked in the 2018 or the 2008 market crash, the real estate market crash. So part of my mindset that maybe I don't even share enough with you all is that thought at any given time we could crash. And what has happened to me over the years as I grew businesses and I figured out how to actually, get some wins. What happened was I stopped fearing, not only just on the charts, a fall, right? But just in business, any type of challenge, hurdle, a step backwards. I stopped fearing that. And I started saying, just be prepared for those things. And in those things is opportunity. So, and there's a lot of new investors out there right now. And maybe you're like, you bought some here and you do want it to go to $12, $13, right? Maybe that's where you are. Maybe you bought down here and you're like, man, I still want it to go to $12, $13. Wherever you are, it very well might. And that's the extreme bullish scenario. But on the flip side, there's the extreme bearish scenario that we need to be prepared for, which is to say, what if we hit a hurdle, right, along the way? What if financial markets collapse and cryptos collapse? What if that happens? Is Cardano going to stop building? Is Cardano just going to completely go away? No. It could be single-handedly the best opportunity for everyone in the crypto space to do two things. And I tweeted this the other day: accumulate and build. And I'm not doing this video because I think this is going to happen and I think we're going to crash and I just want to give you a warning. I'm not doing that. That's not why I'm doing this video. I'm doing the video because I understand the potential for that to happen. And it's ridiculous not to at least talk about that data. There's data down here. Like it's there. If the markets fall, you should be very prepared for that. From a very simple market cycle technical analysis, that last swing low in March to where Cardano is right now, we have a Fibonacci on the macro down here. It's in the 53 cent to 92 cent range. Now, it sounds crazy, but realize it was just in February. We were just there. So a dip of that magnitude not out of the equation from the recent swing high to that area, we're talking about a 70, potentially 70+% dip. And again, I'm not sitting here saying this is going to happen. I feel like this is such valuable data for all of you. And you can take that macro data, that macro, the magnitude of a potential dip like that, and you can start zooming in on the charts and say, okay, what if we don't get a dip that large, right? What if we're just talking about these short-term, mid-term dips? What opportunity is there to accumulate and build in that regard, and to build your mental fortitude and your mental strength in these crypto markets? What opportunity over the last 2 days in this dip is there to start working on that part of it, the strategy part of it, right? And if you can do that, you will begin to realize that you are 100% in control of how you approach these markets, instead of just the phone controlling you, where you're opening it and you're like, oh, where's price? I don't even want to see where price is. You'll open your phone and you won't care where price is because you already know you're prepared for every single scenario. And so my whole point here is, if we go to the weekly chart, in my mind, Cardano will get here. Cardano's going to get here, if not surpass that. We're talking $400-500 billion market cap. Cardano can very well be a $1 trillion market cap. I don't know if that's this bull cycle, but very potentially the next bull cycle. And in getting to that area, right, don't you want to build? Don't you want to survive the dips, whether they're short term or whether they're long term, all the way back down? Don't you want to be prepared so that you can build, and so that you're not freaking out, and so that you're not walking away from the hurdle, from the challenge? These are my thoughts. And, I'm telling you, when we entered the 2018 bear market, I started this YouTube channel because I said, if there's one thing I learned, it's on the way down, when you fall, when you fail, when there's a challenge, when there's a hurdle, and there was a hurdle for crypto in 2018 top, when we fell into the bear market. When that happens, you build. You consistently work hard and you build. And crypto offers that opportunity, even in downtrends. And I'm saying that because, not because I think this is going to happen and we're coming down right now. Possibility. It really is. But I'm saying that because I know a lot of people out there are freaking out right now because there's a lot of bear market talk. So why not just talk about it? What if there was a bear market? How about just accepting the fact that that could be the case? And if you want to know my thoughts on that, I think even in just last night's video, the opening, the first 5 minutes or so, I explained why I don't think we're falling into a bear market right now. But I think applying this thought of preparing for dips is so fundamentally such a good idea, even on the short-term charts. As we start zooming in, and we do this all the time. This is a 6-hour chart. Everybody, lately I've been doing hourly charts. Like, look at this. We're tracking hourly. And if you're long-term, it's fun. We're always looking at the charts. We always want to know the next move, where support is and all that stuff, so that we can accumulate on the short term, right? But if we're thinking long-term, whether it's in a year, 6 months, 5 years, 2 years, Cardano's $10 plus, these hourly charts, they don't matter so much. What matters is building, accumulating, and being ready. And so I just wanted to have that quick little conversation. This is a different video. I'm sorry if it's, kind of a little bit out there, but I thought it was important to get this out there, important to give you my thoughts, just the way I look at these markets, because that's how I look at it. And that's why macro, I'm so bullish, and macro, I'm really not worried. I'm not worried at all about the state of crypto, whether we go to $10 in a month or 50 cents in a month for Cardano. I'm not worried at all. So those are my thoughts, everybody. Hit the subscribe, hit that like. I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you listening to me ramble for like 14 minutes. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.